welcome back to another episode of Trick and Treat. Where we left off, we were learning the history about Axel, I think is his name. I keep forgetting his name. And, um, in his friend's town. So let's begin. And I did turn the volume down. For me, it's probably going to be the same for you, but it turned it down for me. So we're gonna load up on our last thing and interesting story. I didn't know that was such a story was hiding in this town. I said honestly surprised. Even if it is a lie, it managed to hold my interest. Wait, there's something more. Alfred said the same time he scrolled to the comments. We read what is written there. A couple of comments called our attention. Both of them talked about some creature, and at that time, they felt a horrible fear for what could have been to them. Well, the two comments share great similarities, but there could have been written by the same person. There is many others that deny it. Look like many people went to the forest because of the legend, but couldn't find anything. ... I thought that you only read these things to look more cool before the girls, replied Stephen as a joke. Hey, some girls dig the nerdy stuff. Alfred giggles with a little shame. Oh, I feel so bad now. Partly yes. He admitted it. That was a secret everybody silently knew. Hey, some girls are turned on by hot guys. I mean, it's not a problem. Well, now we have an activity for tonight, Stephen said at the same time he made a face overflowing with enthusiasm. What? I asked, completely lost. I thought he just killing time. We were just killing time. Simple. Let's go to that forest, Stephen replied without hesitation. He seemed really fascinated by the story. Stephen seems like the guy that would get you, killed in an instant. Alfred, are you insane? Said Alfred, unable to believe what he just heard. Come on, Alfred, you can do it. You only need to look at his face to know he did not like the idea. Despite everything you have heard, you want to go. Of course, I would be a test of courage among us three, replied Stephen, full of confidence, perhaps too much. He should relax a bit. Don't tell me you're afraid. No, why would I be afraid? Answered Alfred. At the same time, he folded his arm, making a false gesture of security. It's more than obvious that you are afraid, Alfred. Almost as much as when you have talked with a girl. And what about you, Axel? Don't tell me you won't come. Suddenly, Stephen asked me, at the same time looking at me mockingly. Don't tell me you want to be the chicken of the group. I hate the tone of his voice he uses. I will never give you that, I said without thinking, showing a confident smile and looking. Well, let's not say more. Take your coats, backpacks, flashlight, and some food. We're going to the forest, Stephen said, full of energy. Yeah! We three said in unison as if we were going to have some kind of private party, not really knowing what we were doing or what we were going to find. So you're going into a haunted forest at night, hoping to die, kind of. Okay, right now it is 3:13 a.m. I awake completely confused, not knowing how much time has passed. Okay, so before we learned about the history, we found out that they were in the forest, and it got dark, and they all saw a cat, and then they passed out, and that's all we know. My head hurts like hell, but I can't blame it. Fortunately, the pain goes away quickly, just as my confusion. Soon I came back to my senses. My flashlight is laying on the ground, shining towards the empty air. I immediately pick it up. It was my only protection against the darkness that surrounds me. Then I remember Stephen and Alfred were with me. Stephen! Alfred! Can you hear me? Without thinking, I screamed their names in the dark while trying to find them with my flashlight, but there was no trace of them. They are gone. Where the hell are they? And what the heck just happened? I really don't understand anything. Shit. We should have stayed at home. This is not a proof of courage. We could be in danger. I have to find them. So now we gotta find our two best friends. Okay, it's 2:19 a.m. and we're still in the damn same spot. Little time has passed since I started to look for my friends. Yeah, like, let's see, it was 6 minutes. And I already can't stand this place. I'm going crazy in this forest. The darkness that covers it is unnatural. Excuse me. It is a darkness that steals your own sanity, replacing it with anxiety. To make it worse, the air is damp and cold, as in winter, carrying a strong, rot smell. As if there were corpses of animals hidden throughout the forest. More like humans. The atmosphere in this place is oppressive. With every step you take, it makes you more uncomfortable. Since I started looking for my friends, I felt that something is watching me, but there is nothing. I sigh with the full frustration. I just want to get out of here. I continue walking, devoted of any hope. No matter where I look or how I talk, I find nothing. I can't even hear the sounds of animals. Rather, it seems they are already dead and rotting. No, I have to calm myself, I said to myself. Well, you're already talking to yourself, really. I stopped for a moment to rest. Okay. But the raw air of this place does me no good. Immediately, I start to cough as if something stuck in my throat. Shit, shit, shit! What am I going to do? Don't you have water? The cursed forest seems endless, and even by miracle I could escape. I cannot abandon Stephen and Alfred. I'm really screwed up. Again I sighed, feeling the verge of tears. My frustration is building up, but I have to do my best to keep calm. If I fall into despair, then there is no doubt I will be joining the list of missing people. In the end, I decided to keep walking. Step by step, I should get away somewhere. At least I was convinced that staying in the same place would not do me any good. Even if it was only to deceive myself, feeling that I am doing something, I wanted to continue walking. Time passes without any changes. Only the sound of my footsteps can be heard. Knowing that as soon as I stop, you will be surrounded by a dead silence is a good incentive to keep walking, but my legs are already hurting. Suddenly, I hear a crack at my foot. Instantly, I take a step back and look below to see what made that sound. What is this? I whispered to myself. Oh, what is this? Discovering that I had stepped on an animal bone. I believe it was from an animal, although it do not rule out the possibility that it belongs to a human or a person. But for my own good, I prefer not to think about that. An expression of anguish is drawn on my face. It is best to ignore it. I have to keep walking. Suddenly, my flashlight reveals something. Is that cat again? Without hesitation, I point towards there again. ... It's a kitty! Oh my god, it's a kitty cat! Only to realize to what my surprise, it was a white cat. It was the white cat. The one from before, which made that awful meow. But this time, it's laying on the ground. It appears to be fainted and is wounded. We'll take care of the poor kitty. Then what should I do? Take care of the cat. Okay, we can either ignore the cat or pick her up. We're gonna pick her up. It is best to continue without waking her. The cat is dangerous. It's her fault that I ended up in this place and my friends are missing. No, it's not. It's your fault because you guys are wanting to walk in the forest. But even knowing that, for some strange reason, I can't help but feel sorry for her. Even if it's unnatural, it's still an animal. I then bent down to see her closer. She is unconscious and there is a thin line of blood coming from her mouth. I'm a real idiot, I said to myself. At the same time, I cleaned the blood from her mouth with a handkerchief that I had with me. Fortunately, she did not wake up. I then closed her mouth, making her appearance a little better. Now she seems to be peacefully sleeping. Now we have a cat. That's the best thing ever. Cat! After a long sigh, I decided to pick her up carefully. I don't know what the powers of this cat are, but if she brought me here, maybe she can return me to my world. Okay, so besides being a cat lover, and I would do that in real life, I also have a feeling that if you left the cat there, you would have just died later on, so... Okay. With her in my arms, I decided the best thing I could do is to continue walking. 2:31 a.m. Are we gonna get a different picture? No, we still got the same freaking picture. Again, I found myself in darkness, walking aimlessly. Only moving forward, but it didn't seem I was getting somewhere. In my arms, I am carrying the cat, which is sleeping soundly. Good job, cat. Come here. You'll be safe. Suddenly I stopped. I would run. It would preferably easy to see the disbelief on my face at the moment. It was probably easy. It's that place again. I whispered to myself with no one to listen to me. Shortly after I found the cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. Is it the feline voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale? But I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy? Or is this forest, does it seem any sense? I don't know, but I don't have the two options. I feel the cat move in my arms. I look down at her confused, just to see how she opens her red eyes suddenly. Dot, dot, dot. Became quiet at the instant. For a moment, the two stayed motionless, staring into eyes of the other. The red eyes of the cat are disturbing to me, but also there are something fascinating about them, something that attracts me. I lose myself in her eyes as if hypnotized. Then suddenly she jumps with an instant of scratching my face. Don't scratch the face. My reflexes are pushing her at the same time. I jumped back, turning my head to dodge her claws. I managed to dodge her attack, but in the process, I dropped my flashlight. I panicked and acted clumsily. The flashlight falls near me, lighting up the trees in the vicinity. As soon as it left my hand, I remembered how dense this abnormal or darkness is. Quickly picked it up, not even thinking before taking action. Oh, I thought we were gonna get like a creepy person. I then light the area where the cat was. Kitty. Only to discover that she has arched her body angrily as if she feared an attack from me. Those red eyes stared at me, shining with the light of the flashlight as if were jewels reflecting a fearsome hatred and rejection towards me. My body freezes after seeing them. I can't even think. The cat then gets out a thunderous meow similar to the one before, but weaker, although not any less frightening. There is no doubt that there is something wrong with this animal. It must be cursed. Everything is her fault. She must be some kind of evil spirit, a pet witch's. Panic seized me. Okay, I love how 3 boys go into the forest, find a cat that hates them, and they blame the cat. What the hell? My heart beats quickly, begging me to do something. My mouth is dry and my forehead is covered with cold sweat. What should I do? Oh my god, guys! What should we do? I don't know. I would probably, doing me, I would confront the cat, see if it was okay. Probably wind up getting scratched. I have a scar on my hand from where I was helping the cat, and the cat was scared, and his claws went all the way inside of me, and that day I went to school. My hand was like 2 sizes as big as it's supposed to be, and the nurse told me I probably need to go get it checked out because the cat had rabies. No, I didn't get checked out, and I was fine. But then we could escape from the cat. But I still feel like that would be a bad thing. I don't know. We're gonna confront the cat. Okay. We're gonna end this episode here. Okay, guys? You guys are gonna hate me. But we're gonna leave this episode here. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. I make videos every single day. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day, guys.